What's up, everybody? Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Oklahoma City and its MAPS project. Uh, Oklahoma City lumps in a bunch of spending, and it spends a ton of money on things, and it lumps it all into one big package, and then tries to pass it off to taxpayers. And then it's basically a way for the politicians, such as David Holt and our mayor and various people to say, oh, well, we want to spend money on the city and it's going to make it better. But it does not make it better. Oklahoma City is wasting millions of dollars. It has a streetcar program that has 7 cars and 2 routes and loops only 5 miles. So essentially, we're providing transportation to only 5 miles of Oklahoma City, which is a huge city, for $135 million. So $135 million of my taxpayer money is going to basically provide almost no transportation to people. Uh, there's very low ridership in these streetcars, so they're essentially unused system of public transportation that we're spending millions of dollars on. And not only are we spending millions of dollars on this, it's continually costing the taxpayer millions of dollars for something that people are not using. It's a waste of taxpayer dollars. And I think we need to get rid of the streetcars downtown. Instead, they could put in electric buses, electric vehicles, if they want to be proactive and clean with the environment. And it would be essentially the same system, but not cost millions of dollars a year to the taxpayers. Another waste of money that the Oklahoma City is spent money on was a bridge to cross the road, which no one uses. This is a Better Streets and Safer City bond program put in by David Holt, which wastes $5.3 million on a bridge so people could cross the street. I'm sorry, but people aren't going to spend 10 minutes of their time climbing a bridge in order to cross the street. They're just going to cross the street. I'm sorry. You know, if it's 100 degrees outside, am I going to spend 20 minutes trying to climb a bridge to cross the street, or am I going to just cross the street? I'm going to cross the street. They're going to do what's easiest. It's a waste of taxpayer money. $5.3 million. Okay, so the civil leaders in my city are wasting 140 million dollars for things people aren't using. Okay, it's terrible. It's a waste of money. I want to talk about that and point that out, and that basically they're wasting money, and that there all are alternatives. They could have put it in lighted crosswalks, which would have been much more useful, just as safe, and in fact, way more useful because people would actually use them, and it would actually create a safe environment, a safer environment. And they could have put lighted crosswalks all down Northwest Expressway for $5.3 million, rather than building one bridge that no one uses. Okay, so if we're gonna create public safety, we should do it smart, so that people are safer and for a cheaper price. Um, um, and the same thing for transportation. We don't even have bus routes for low income people here on the weekends because the city doesn't provide buses on the weekends. But yet we can waste 140 or $135 million on streetcars no one is using. So the transportation we do have for low income people, we're not providing it. And then we're also wasting money on transportation people do not use. So essentially, the stuff people need, we're not giving them, and then we're wasting money on stuff we don't need. Uh, it's crazy. And then I also wanted to talk about school system. in the school system in Oklahoma City. Now they're pushing Bibles. And I don't think that we need to be pushing Bibles on children. Instead, we need to be making sure that they get job skills because they come from low income housing. They come from parents who don't care, parents who maybe didn't want kids, parents who are like, oh no, don't do anything with your life. Just come do drugs with us. Okay? Drug addicted parents who don't care, and a system who does not care, a system who's just sitting there pushing Bible thumping on people is ridiculous. We need to have a school system that is engineered and set up so that kids are able to get job skills from a very young age. Fourth and fifth graders should be able to learn plumbing. They should be able to learn electrical. They should be able to go to barber school. And they should be able to have these programs in our school funded systems. You shouldn't have to go to a Metro Tech to learn this stuff. You should be learning it in the school system. Because what good is learning about George Washington if I can't get a job and eat? We need to start teaching kids basic job skills, uh, job placement, making sure that kids are able to do the basic things like change a battery in the car, change a toilet out, change an electrical outlet, actual job skills so that they can come out, being an AC technician or being a computer technician. You know what? I would have had a better education rather than going to school and trying to learn math, learning about IT tech or internet security. I would have rather at fifth grade be able to been better off in life if I was learning music education or how to work a music program. And the point is job skills at a young age for people because their parents do not care. And if our school system, my taxpayer dollars should be going to a school system that is going to give these kids a chance at life. And if their parents aren't and the school isn't, the kids aren't going to have chances, and we're going to have more homelessness and more poverty. Raising the standards of living, and we need to have standards for these politicians. They need to stop lumping in big programs that aren't helping people. We're going to pass this off because we need to better our Oklahoma City. Well, that's a lie, David Holt. That's a lie. You spent $135 million on a streetcar no one uses while you left the people that are impoverished that need transportation out there high and dry. And that's wrong. You spent $5.3 million so that people could be safer on the streets, yet that's a lie. People aren't safer on these streets in Oklahoma City. You need to be putting in lighted crosswalks. All up and down Northwest Expressway if you care about people. And if you're going to spend my taxpayer dollars to do it, you need to do it smartly. You need to be educated about what you're doing. Not just lump it all into one thing and say, oh, well, this is good. Yeah, it looks good on paper and it looks good for you, but it's not actually helping people. I had enough of these politicians spending money where it doesn't belong. Anyway, that's my rant for today. Thanks for listening. This is dumb things that Oklahoma City does and wastes its money on when we have thousands and thousands of homeless people that we should be funding. I think we need to put in a standard of living